your highest carb meal of the day. It should be an hour and a half to 2 hours before your workout. You should also have half. Good boys, it's about 6 a.m. We're starting the day off good. We're starting the day off great. We're going to do our morning routine. Basically, just my cold shower, my 50 push-ups, my hydration, 32 ounces of lemon salt water. It's the hydrogen water. I'll show you it in a second. And then from there, we also make my bed, a journal a little bit, and then we get right into my tasks for the day. So, I look like absolute shit right now. But I instead of waking up at 4 or 5, I've been waking up at 6 every single day just the last couple weeks, just to maximize my sleep on this cut, because I have trouble getting to bed sometimes, even though I know everything I have to do to get to bed. I've been working pretty late, so let's get into it, boys. Let's go. So last night, what I did and what I always do is I wrote down my 4-step morning routine. I write it down every single night. Make bed, 50 push-ups, cold shower, hydrate, and then I write down my 4 or 5 tasks for the day, and then I do them in the order of most important to least important, and then I write down all my goals, which the tasks are getting closer towards. And it's so important that we reinforce our goals every single day. No matter what, you have to make sure you're retelling yourself why you're doing what you're doing, why you're waking up early, why you're taking on this journey. Because if you don't know your why every single day, everyone tells you need to know your why, but like seriously, you need to know the reason why you started. Because when shit gets hard, when shit hits the fan, and you really, really are struggling, if you don't reinforce why you started at the beginning, like why you had that first day, that inspiration spark, that just motivation you had at the beginning, it's not going to be the same. You guys can see on my wall, I wake up motivated, I am a 1 of 1. I have that on my ceilings every single morning. No matter how I feel, I reinforce to myself that no matter what's going on in my life, no matter how shitty my life feels, no matter how single morning, no matter how I feel, I reinforce to myself that I wake up motivated, I am a 1 of 1. It's on a sign literally hung up above my bed. So no matter what, I wake up and I remind myself this. And I always wake up and I always do what it takes to get in a flow state so I can carry out the day, no matter how horrible I feel. And for the longest time, I didn't have this structure in my life. For the longest time, I didn't have this routine, and I genuinely felt horrible. This is what allows me to get in a flow state, because, we're not Alex Hormozi, we're not Elon Musk. We can't just wake up, put our pen to paper. We can wake up, do something extremely uncomfortable. Our brain has so much cortisol and dopamine because it's the morning plus the morning routine. Wow, we're going to be dialed in, right? So doing this gets us dialed. So, yeah, it's very, very important we do this. I also track it in my Notion calendar, which is basically what I use for my client dashboards. But so basically right now, I'm just going to journal. I like to write down my thoughts, as you guys can see. Let me just pull this open a bit. So you guys can see my journal. I have just pages. I would just fill like a page try to do every day. I miss sometimes, but every time I have an important thought, I write a whole page about it. This kind of helps me extract that inner knot within my head, but get all the thoughts out, put it on the paper. And then from there, it's time. We get in the cold shower is just always at the back of my mind. That's why I'm kind of like stalling right now secretly. But from there, also the hydrogen water. I'll explain to you why I drink this shit. So hydrogen water, super expensive, but in my opinion, so worth it. Whether it's placebo or not, increase your energy, blood flow, workout recovery. I've been drinking this, ate a lot. So right now it's like charging up full of hydrogen. Very good. But yeah, boys, so let's get into the day. I kind of look like a rat right now, but yeah, today I don't have too much planned. It's actually a rest day for my gym, but I'm still going to go to the gym and do cardio and abs. I have work today, and then I think only have one client call. So it's Sunday. Sunday's usually a day of like dopamine detox, helping me plan out my week, helping me kind of just rewire my brain and not be so stuck, right? So Sunday's an important day. I also give a lot of time to God on Sundays, so catch you boys in about 5 minutes. So that's my Notion dashboard. You know, I track everything on it. It's also for my clients. I can see everything, and this is how we track everything. It's actually incredible, the system I built with Notion. This works super well. But guys, you know, make sure you have a routine that you can stick to. Not only does it reinforce yourself to get into flow state every single day, but it creates this sense of discipline, because no matter what, you have to do this routine before you can start your day. And it's just like how the gym, you can use those lessons and other things in life. You can use your cool shower streak, how many days in a row you've done it, all these things you do first thing in the morning. You can use these every single day as almost like this thing to where you teach yourself the importance of reinforcing the work first thing in the day. Because you know, hey, when I wake up, it's time to get to work. It's time to do what I need to do to start my day. I had a client that got 2 hours of sleep last night, yet he still continued to drive the needle, did his morning routine. He is up early, he's going, and he's attacking the day. Why? Because he's stuck to the morning routine. So it's not like some Ashton Hall red light therapy thing I talk about all the time. It is something that gets you into flow state so you can attack your tasks from the hardest task to the easiest task. Because what happens when you first wake up? Your cortisol is the highest and your dopamine's the highest. Combine that with a cold shower that gives you as much dopamine as cocaine, you are going to be wired. Trust me on this. Just make sure you are in that cold shower for long enough, and it's the more difficult the cold shower is, the more beneficial it's going to be. So that's why in the winter it's freezing better. In the summer I have to go in there for longer and just kind of get my head in there until I get like a brain freeze. But some showers are not as cold as others, but I'm telling you, the colder you can get it, the more difficult you get it, the longer you can put yourself in there, the more beneficial they will be towards your life. Boys, I'm on the way to go to Aldi's to make sure I get this run in before work. I just did about like an hour or so of deep focus work. I'm building out those new modules. So I have the 4 pillars of man course. I'm building out the weaponizing your struggles course. But yeah, we're gonna go to get Aldi's. It's freezing cold out right now, but when I go to Aldi's, I get 93 lean grass-fed ground beef. I get bananas. I get steaks. And that's pretty much my whole Aldi's order right now, because I got rice at home. And yeah, chicken. I get chicken as well. So that's fire, but yeah, that's what I get. Usually I go with these 93% lean. So fire. Cop the Aldi's order. We got chicken, steak, ground beef, bananas. You know the deal. So good. Just like, it's literally the best food. Your body will start to crave good food the more you give it more good food. If you're constantly giving yourself shitty food when you go to eat good food, of course your body's going to be kind of shocked by it. It's not going to hit the same. But when your body craves the eggs, when it craves the ground beef, when it craves the shit that you don't currently love, you will start to love it because of how it makes you feel. Therefore, it makes the taste even better. I love whole, healthy, single ingredient foods so much more than anything unhealthy. I can't even eat shitty food anymore because of how much I love this food. So we're gonna be eating that up, coming home. I think I just gotta do a little bit more work. And I haven't checked my phone yet today. I'm on the camera roll on my phone, so like I don't post my Instagram stories. I post like 15 at once after I finish all my morning things. So I don't go on my phone until later in the day, just so I have that clear mind, especially on Sunday. That's like the dopamine detox day. But I always make sure that I don't go on my phone until for the first like at least 5 hours that I'm up. Like, it sounds insane, but that is how I make sure that I am moving the needle every single day. That the phone is the biggest frequency drop. As soon as I check that phone, frequency to the ground. As soon as I check that phone, I'm just like, I could be up here after the morning routine. I could be ready to go. I could be feeling great. But right when I put my eyes to that phone, something about, it's not even the phone, it's the social media platforms. Instagram, Snapchat. If I open up YouTube, Snapchat, Instagram, any of these things, my brain just goes to here. That instant gratification sends a signal to my brain. The dopamine, when I go to do a difficult task, is 1,000 times harder. And it just feels like it almost feels like I can't do that shit. I can't do the task because it just wants me to check my phone. So I have to make sure I'm moving the needle in the morning before I can even check my phone. Time to cook up breakfast. I usually wait till around 11 usually, 11:30 to eat my first meal. Because fasting makes it so much easier. Plus the mental benefits of fasting are kind of insane. But right now I'm just making some ground beef. First meal of the day. Usually I eat eggs, but we're out of eggs. I forgot to get eggs at Aldi's. Eggs, ground beef, and then I'm doing like 1 cup of rice. Cooked up the rice, ground beef. Today I'm just doing 1 cup of rice and 1 cup of rice evenly spread out throughout the day. So I'll have like 3 or 4, but because I'm not carb loading today because it's a rest day. So I'll evenly spread the carbs out throughout the day. But the biggest thing I can tell you guys is to have structure in your meals. Have structure when you eat things, why you're eating them, and all of that, because it's so important to know why you're consuming it and when. When you consume your highest carb meal of the day, it should be an hour and a half to 2 hours before your workout. You should also have half your carbs of the day in before your workout. You also want to have your highest protein meal within an hour after your workout, and a simple sugar like an orange, banana, any of those fruits immediately after your workout to send your body into rapid recovery. These are just little things you can start to use when it comes to your eating. But I'm talking fast because I'm so hungry and I want to eat. But the biggest thing I can tell you guys is to make sure you're eating food in an optimal way, because your life will be that much better. Trust me on this. Start eating with purpose and intention. I'm going to down this meal. I'm so hungry. This is where my day starts to take a little bit of a dip because, I got work for 7 hours. I'm throwing mulch bags on trucks. And then I have to go to the gym, cardio, abs, come home, 1 client call, and then I'm making a raw talk video for later on. Like, it's the reality of it, but I love this shit. I love working all day because I know it's going to pay off. And pretty much, this is just what I do because it makes me understand why I'm never going to work a 9 to 5 the rest of my life. This is going to be the last time I ever clock into any job ever. Going full-time on this coaching business to help as many men as possible. I actually care about mission and purpose in life. It's not just about money. But if I can make a lot of money and have mission and purpose, why the fuck not? So that's what I'm doing with this today. It's a beautiful day out. It's like 60 degrees. Not the warmest, or it's like 50, 60, but beautiful out. No, not a cloud in the sky. So, that it makes me appreciate these days when it's cloudy and rainy for a few days before. But, so yeah, we're going to start off the shift today. We'll get to that, and I'll probably catch you guys up halfway through the shift or whenever I need to see you next. All right, boys, I just finished a 7-hour work day at the 9 to 5 job. Coming home and, about to have 1 client call. Then I'm going to the gym to hit my cardio and do abs. Coming home, feasting up, posting a YouTube video, and crashing for tomorrow night. For the longest time, I used to run away from shit that I didn't want to do. I used to run away from difficult things, but that's where the growth is. Jobs like this make me understand why I don't want to work these shitty jobs. And by understanding why I don't want to work, that gives me more motivation and passion to do the shit that I don't want to do. So I eventually can live a life that I do like. Because we're not meant to live lives that aren't within our purpose. We're not meant to live other people's purposes and serve other people. We're meant to live for our own purpose, create for ourselves. And I just know my purpose isn't to live for someone else. It's to live with my own credo and my own God-given gifts and to help other people. That's my purpose, and I'm not going to live someone else's purpose. So this is only temporary, but we have to sometimes do shit you don't want to do, and it's okay. It's okay. I'm so thankful for the life I'm living and the life I'm going to live, so it's okay. All right, we're about to go to the gym, and recently I've been having feelings of just being, I don't know if it's like overly stressed about my success, which I know having excess potential on the outcome is really, really not good because it almost repels it away from you. You guys read Reality Trans Surfing on my Instagram story. I post a new video on Reality Trans Surfing, the book, every single day. And what I've learned is that the more excess potential, the more you like need something and desire it, the less likely you are to get it. You have to know what you want. You have to have clear intention, but you can't desire over it. So I know what outcome I want. I know what I'm going for. I know what I'm striving for, but I don't desire it. I just intend. That's what I'm working on. So if I can work on intending to know my exact vision every single solitary day, I will eventually get there. So right now I'm gonna go do cardio, hit abs, finish that shit up for the day. Today was without a doubt a test day for so many reasons. Just like the whole entire shift I had, I feel like every single thought I had was just negative self-talk. It was self-doubt. It was all that shit. I got to the gym, AirPods weren't here, and I stood there and I did my cardio, and the whole entire time I was like reinforcing the fact that I'm a man and that I need to go through this shit. I'm a man and I'm choosing to become a man now. A lot of people, or if they're 40-year-old boys, they're 16-year-olds can become men. It's all the decision of, are you okay with no one coming to save you? And are you okay with sacrificing and struggling for eternity? Like, it's okay. Men are supposed to go through shit. It's okay. I'm not going through shit right now compared to so many people. And I'm getting out of derealization, which was basically the worst part of my life. But yeah, I'm gifted to be able to deal with negative self-talk, and that's my issue. Like, genuinely, when you're going through anything negative in your life, just think about gratitude. Think about gratitude, because a lot of people, they would do any single thing to be in the position that you're in. They would do anything to get to where you're at. They would sacrifice so much just to be able to fail, have the opportunity to fail something. So me being able to embark on this journey is truly a beautiful gift. And, you know, I'm forever thankful and I'm blessed. So I'm about to go home now, eat dinner. I got I think chicken and rice, maybe like some fruit for dinner. And, you know, and then on Sundays, I don't go to bed until I have a full schedule for the week, until my room is like spotlessly clean. Everything needs to be ready for me to kill the week on Sunday. So I can lose sleep if I need to set things up, journal even longer. But Sunday's about preparing for the rest of the week. So get to that. So I would end off the day, basically, I'm planning out my whole entire week, what I'm doing each day. And I also like to write down, you know, what I did last week, how I can improve on the things I fucked up about last week, and just how I can continue to make sure the needle is moving forward in a faster way. I like to analyze exactly what I messed up, where I went wrong this week, and how I can improve for next week, every single week, to make sure I am making progress. I basically give like a brief overview of what I'm going to do each day of the week. I like to clean my room completely. It's already clean, but I like to make it spotless. On Sundays, I like to basically make sure there isn't anything I've been procrastinating going into the next week. A lot of people like to start, including me, I like to start my week on Monday almost. And the Sunday's like a preparation day for Monday. I get work done on Sunday, obviously. But Mondays, I like to go. I like to be in go mode on Monday. So I have everything planned out and listed, ready to go. I obviously, you know, am going to plan out tomorrow morning and everything I need to do tomorrow to drive the needle. But it's really important to reflect every single solitary week, know what you're doing wrong, how you can improve. And I like to take my hot shower. I like to get into bed, probably around 10:30. I'm trying to get 7 hours of sleep tonight, but we'll see what we can do. This is it, guys. This is kind of how my days go right now. I also just had a group call with a bunch of my of other coaches, other fitness coaches. I like to learn. Every coach needs a coach, right? I mean, I coach people, but I also have a coach. If I didn't believe in, how selfish would I be to coach people when I didn't believe in coaches? So yeah, I have my own coach that helps me. It's like my own mentor, helps me coach people and all these things. But I had that call, and then I had my call with one of my clients, and then yeah, we're going into this week. We're gonna kill it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. You guys want to follow me on Instagram, see what I do throughout the day, kind of like this video. The link's gonna be in the bio, but I'll catch you boys in the next video. Peace.